السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام. Hello, Salma, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Good, good. Do you have electricity?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, so I think we should.
السلام عليكم.
Alaikum salam. How are you today, Najat?
Good, and you?
I'm okay. I'm good too, thanks. Your internet looks good. Let's hope it stays good.
No electricity, but
But the internet is good. Yeah. Okay. So that's good news, I think. All right, let's see. For me, I have electricity, but it's I just got my electricity now. Yes. Okay.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام. How are you? Alhamdulillah, good.
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Alaikum salam. How are you, Rashid?
الحمد لله. كيف حالك انت؟
كويس, good. Okay, let me share the book with you. Okay, I think now the book. Can you see the book?
Yes.
All right, that's good. Okay, so how's your weekend? Which weekend? But how are you in general? Did anybody study anything? Or maybe any homework? Did anybody do any homework or study anything? ولا من الحصة للحصة خلاص تمشي.
Study.
Did you study anything, Rashid?
Yes, an application in the mobile phone.
Oh, very nice. What do you use? Do you use Duolingo?
Yes, and application for grammar.
What is it called? What's the name of the application?
Its name Grammar.
It's called Grammar.
From British Council.
That's very good.
Yes.
Excellent. That's good news. Okay, let's have a revision. Some of the things we talked about last time. If you remember, last time we talked about James Bond. We also talked about the writer, the author, Ian Fleming. You remember? And we talked about some of the types of film or types of movies. And we talked about the difference between action, thriller, yeah? And we also talked about historical dramas, comedies, science fiction. We also studied a few new words, climbing accident. We talked about a license, the Navy, a secret agent. Do you remember? ولا خلاص تشفر نسيتوه كله. Or do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Okay, Rashid remembers. باقيين شكلها خلاص راح كلها. Najat, do you remember? Or have you forgot? Have you forgotten everything we talked about? Selma, are you there?
Yeah.
Do you remember what we talked about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we also talked about yes/no questions using the past of past simple, of course, how to use yes/no questions. So we use did and didn't. If it's a question, we say, did he make a lot of money? Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Did they go to the same school? Yes, they did. No, they didn't. And we also finished number 11. We made questions using these words, like number 1. Did you go to the cinema last week? Did you go to the cinema last week? Number 2, did you see a Bond film last year? Yeah. Did you see a Bond film last year? We also did this. And Najat, sorry, not Najat. Hana, can you do number 3?
Did you watch a film on TV last weekend?
Good, very nice. Salma, can you do number 4?
Did you went to be an actor when you were a child?
Nice, very good, very good. Najat, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, okay. Najat, can you change number 4 into negative? Here in exercise 6, number 4. Can you change it to negative?
Which one?
Exercise 6.
11.
Exercise 6. Number 4. Exercise 6.
Yeah. I didn't go out last.
Yes.
I didn't go out last Saturday night.
Nice. Okay. Very good. Very good. It's correct. It's correct. Yes. Where's Rashid?
يعني لا دكتور.
Yes.
يعني last ما نكتبوهاش last Saturday ما نكتبوهاش.
لا نكتبوها عادي. نكتبوها last Saturday night. I didn't go out last Saturday night.
Okay.
No, عادي نكتبوها يعني. All right. اللي هو السبت اللي فات يعني last Saturday. Okay. Rashid, number 5. Can you do number 5? Change it to negative.
I didn't go to the bed after midnight last night.
Nice. Okay, good. فزي ما تشوفوا يعني مجرد مراجعة خفيفة فكان التركيز كله في درس أمس اللي هو موضوع yes no questions with past simple ونفس الشيء حتى هم WH questions. Okay. اللي هم which, where, who. ما فيش which هو في where, when. Okay, so let's go to today's lesson. Today we'll talk a little bit about, I think, about music. We have types of music, and we'll also talk about past time phrases. بعض العبارات اللي نستعمل فيها مع ال past زي مثلا ago, last, in. because every grammar tense has phrases. In the present simple, we use phrases like every day, sometimes, often, every Monday. العبارات هذه كلها خاصة بالpresent simple اللي هم time phrases. يعني عبارات لها علاقة بالوقت نستعمل فيها في present simple بس. زي مثلا I always wake up at 9 o'clock. I sometimes have toast in breakfast. I never drink coffee without milk. وهكذا. دي هم العبارات هذه كلها في present simple. عندنا مجموعة time phrases اللي هي من ضمنهم frequency adverbs اللي قريناهم اللي هم always, often, usually, sometimes, never, hardly, ever. هذا كلهم يمشوا مع present simple. لكن في past simple هذا كلها ما نقدرش نستعملوهم في past simple. We have to use new words اللي هم عبارات لهم علاقة بالوقت خاصات past simple. ففي الحصة هذه we are going to talk about them. Okay. أشهرهم اللي تو استعملناها حتى في المراجعة. لاحظتها أكتر مرة لاحظتها كده last صح ولا؟ Last Saturday night, last night, last Sunday كده لاحظتها هذه مكررة. Last year. So last is a time phrase or a time word that is used for the past simple. ملازمة للpast simple. Okay. اللي هو بمعنى الماضي، الأسبوع الماضي، الشهر الماضي، العام الماضي، السبت الماضي وهكذا. So لكن في حصة اليوم حناخده أكتر أمثلة أكتر. حنستعمله حتى ago أو حتى in بالإضافة ل last. Okay, let's start with vocabulary. So we have some vocabulary here. We have different types of music and we have past time phrases. Okay, so here they want us to listen to different types of music and put them in the correct order. هذا شوية خلينا نرجع لآخرين منه. Number 1. But number 2, this is the time phrases اللي حكيت لكم عنهم. Put these past time phrases in order. Okay. So we want to put them from the closest to the most far away. All right. So we want to put them in order. أنا نبدو نرتبهم. So number 1, 5 minutes ago. So this is number 1. So what's the closest time phrase? What do you think?
The day before yesterday.
The day before yesterday?
last month.
Last month. What do you think? Any other answers?
The day before
The
yesterday.
day before yesterday.
أول أمس.
Okay. Okay. So this is closer to 5 minutes ago, right? This is أقرب لل 5 minutes ago أعتقد. Okay. What's the next one?
Last month.
Last month.
All right. Last month. The next one.
Last year.
Last year. Okay.
25 years ago.
Where's 25 years ago? Do we have 25 years ago?
About 25
In
years
the
ago.
80 years ago.
هناديك مش 25, 250. Okay, so Rashid, what did you say? The next one?
About 80 years ago.
About 8 years ago? Okay.
No.
Is that correct?
Last year. In the 80s.
In the 80s. Very good. I agree with Salma. I think Adi أقرب مازال من الثانيات. In the 80s. I think this is closer. Do you know when the 80s are? Do you know what it means? 80s. The 80s.
Yeah.
1980, 1981, 82, 83, 84. Yeah? Okay, number 6. What's number 6? The next one. What do you think?
In February
1964.
1960.
About 18 years. 80 years.
About 80 years. Which is closer?
No.
1964 or 80 years ago? What do you think is closer to now?
In February.
1964.
I agree. I think 1964 is closer.
In February 1964.
Yeah, in February 1964, I think is closer. Okay, we have, what's the next one?
In 1946.
1946?
46.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1946
No.
is closer or not closer,
In
Rashid?
the
16th century.
16th century? Do you know what it means, 16th century?
No.
What does it mean? This is the 16th century. This is the 16th century. For example, 1650, 1651. القرن السادس عشر. Okay, I think you have to choose between.
About 25 years ago.
We don't have. We have 250 years ago.
Ah,
I think the closest ones اللي تفضلوا القراب من بعض, you can choose 1946 or 80 years ago. Which one is closer في رأيكم?
1964. 1946.
Correct. I agree. I think 1946 is closer than 250 before 80.
No, between 64 and 46.
yeah.
200?
About
200, Najat?
Yes, 200 years.
200 years? Are you sure? Between 1964 and 1946, 200 years?
no.
بين 1946 و 64 200 سنة.
20.
22. Not 18. 18 years actually.
20.
18. 18 years.
About 18.
Yes, 18 years. So there are 18 years between them. Okay, now 80 years, I think this is the next one. صح ولا؟
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So how long ago or which year was it? 80 years ago. What year was it?
1940.
1940. Very good. 1940 أبعد من 1946. Very good. Okay, what's the next one?
About 200
About
years ago.
Yes, I agree. I think that's correct, Sah. And the last one?
16th century.
In the 16th century.
I agree. I think that's right. Okay. So here it's just about putting time phrases in order from the closest to the present. اللي هي أقرب واحدة 5 minutes ago. Hello, Kalani, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, good. Okay, so we just finished this exercise. We're trying to practice.
I think it needs a fresh mind.
It needs a fresh mind. Do you have a fresh mind now?
No. Battery dead.
Battery's dead. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think it needs a little bit of concentration. Yes. Okay. Now let's move back. Let's do exercise number 1. So exercise number 1, they want us to listen to different types of music, and they want us to put them in the correct order and then talk about them a little bit. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go to the listening. Let me take you to the CD. And let's listen. So number 1 is rap. You will hear rap. The first one.
Face2face Elementary, CD2. Recording 4.1.
Hi, Alison. How are you?
Hello, Vicky. I'm fine. And you?
Oh, fine, thanks. Is Paul here?
Paul?
I'll have these ones.
Of South Africa.
Oh, where'd you... all weekend.
Really? What did...
I worked all weekend.
Joking.
Here's your coffee and the bill.
Thank you.
How much is it?
£11.25, please. He didn't study very much.
All know about James Bond, of course, but...
Recording 7.4.
Is that...
Bond was also in the Navy.
Did you watch a film on TV last weekend? Did you want to be an actor when you were a child?
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't.
Recording 7.6.
Okay, this is it. So let me explain again very quickly. So we are going to listen to how many types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to listen to 9 types of music. So 9 different types of music. And we're going to put them in the order that we hear them. So number 1, you're going to hear rap. You have to tell me what number 2 is, and number 3 and number 4, okay? I'm going to pause, so I'm going to stop the track after every type of music, and you have to tell me what is it, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you awake or are you asleep? I think you're asleep. Awake? Who's awake today and who's asleep? Najat is asleep. Selma
Not
is asleep.
but the music not my interest.
And Kilani is asleep. Rashid is awake. And who else? Okay, let's listen.
1.
In Casablanca, MCs get trucked like Tonka. 007 with an exploded rocket launcher. Explorer on an expedition, riding a Bronco.
2.
Okay, so the first one is rap, of course. Now let's listen to number 2.
Rap.
What's number 2?
Rock and roll.
Rock music.
Is it rock music or is it rock and roll? Which one?
Rock and roll.
Okay, Salma thinks it's rock. Rashid thinks rock and roll. Any other answers? What do you think, Hannah?
Rock music.
Yes, that's rock. Number 2 is
Rock
rock.
music, yes.
Correct. Rock music, yes. All right, okay. Now let's listen to number 3.
3.
Okay, what's this? Number 3.
Classic music.
Classic. Any other answers? Yes.
Pop music.
Pop? Is
Pop
it
music.
pop music? Salma, what do you think this is? Number 3.
I don't know.
Najat, do you know what music that is?
I think we have it in Libya.
Yes, we have it in
From
Libya.
Africa. Reggae.
Reggae, yes. Reggae.
Reggae, yes.
Yeah, it's popular in Libya. Many people like reggae. And I think we even have a Libyan band, Tayr Labid, I think it's called. They play reggae. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so number 3 is reggae. Okay, let's listen to number 4.
4.
Hajj opera.
Yes,
Opera.
correct. This is the opera.
Opera.
Yeah. So this is the opera. Opera is number 4. Okay, very nice. Let's listen to number 5.
Five.
Disco. Disco music.
Disco? Disco music? What's this?
Pop
Bubble
or jazz? Pop
Classic.
or jazz?
Disco music.
Kilani, what do you think this is? What do you think,
Pop
Kilani?
music.
Pop? Actually, this is rock and roll. Number 5 is rock and roll.
Huh?
This is
Yeah.
like Elvis Presley. Do you know Elvis Presley? Very, very old. Who
No.
knows Elvis Presley? Very old. So this is
I
rock.
heard about him, yes.
Yes,
Famous.
he's famous, but
And
he's
with Michael Jackson.
yeah. But Michael Jackson is pop music. Michael Jackson, but Elvis Presley is. I think he's dead from the 60s.
But
Elvis
there is
Presley.
a relation between them.
His daughter, Elvis's daughter, with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But Elvis himself, he's dead long ago. Okay, now let's listen to number 6.
6.
Classical.
Jazz.
Yes.
Classic music.
This is jazz.
Uh,
This is called jazz. Yes. All right, so number 6 is jazz. Let's listen to number 7.
7.
Pop. Dance.
Yes, this is dance music.
Disco.
Yes, you can say disco. Disco, dance music, techno, electronic music. There are many names. لكن الفكرة واحدة هي. Disco is a type of dance music. والديسكو نوع من أنواع الدانس ميوزك. هم يقولوا dance music لما تشمل كل الأنواع هذه. Okay, so number 7 is dance music or disco. Yes. Okay, let's listen to number 8.
8.
What's this?
Classical music.
Classic.
Correct. This is classical.
Classic music.
Yes, this is classical music. Very nice. Okay, and let's listen to the last one.
9.
What's this?
Pop music.
Yeah, this is pop. All right, so these are some different types of music. So now the question is, which types do you like and which types you don't like? Let's hear your opinions. Let's start with, where's, okay, let's start with Rashid. What do you think, Rashid? Which types of music do you like and which types you don't like?
From the من الجدول.
Yes, from this group, and حتى لو عندك أمثلة تانية بتضيفهم, you can add them of course. تقدر تضيفهم. لكن مثلا أبدأ باللي في الجدول, and you can add if you have other types of music, you can add them.
من هذا ما I don't like.
Okay,
I
so you
don't like classic music.
You don't like classic, لكن هذا مش classic, مخلط هذا. 9 أنواع تو سمعتهم ما شاء الله. طبعا هنا يعطيك
Yes, I don't like it.
Alright, okay. لأن هنا يعطيك في عينات هم أمثلة بس. Just examples. Okay, but so you don't like any of these kinds of music? You don't like any of them?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a type of music you like? هل في نوع يعجبك يمشي معك? Is there a type of music you like?
Yes.
What is it?
There's some music give you energy when you listen.
Okay. Like what? Do you know the type? Do you know the band or the singer of this music that gives you energy?
Migena.
Migena. Is this a band? فرقة هذه أو مغني?
Name of the music.
Name of the music. What is it called?
Migena.
Migena. Is it Libyan? Libyan music?
No. It's I don't know, but it's very nice when you hear it in the car.
Can you give me the spelling? Do you know the spelling?
M-I.
Yes. G.
N. A.
Like this, Migna. Okay,
yes.
I don't know it, but I'll check it. It sounds fun, so I'll check it. Okay. So let's see someone else. What about you, Najat, from this list? Which do you think is the best, and which one is the worst? Which do you like? Which types do you like?
بداية حديثي. Firstly, the music's not my interest, but sometimes I love or I enjoy listening to piano and violin.
Okay, so piano and violin. This is classical music, yes. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so this means you prefer classical music.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And which type you don't like?
All.
All of them. So all of them except classical music.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Hannah, what about you? What types of music do you like, and what types you don't like?
I like pop music.
Pop.
I like classic music. I don't like rap.
You don't like rap. Okay. And Selma, which music did you like? Which type do you like?
I don't like any.
You don't like any of this music?
Yeah.
Okay. Kilani, is there a type of music you like from this list? Can you hear us, Kilani? Are you there? Yes, you have a
connection is weak.
Yeah, today your connection is not very good, Kilani. But what's your favorite type of music? Do you have a favorite type of music?
I like rap music.
You like rap? Okay. Any other type of music? Dance, reggae, pop, rock?
Rock music.
And rock music. Who do you like to listen to? Who's your favorite rock band? Who's your favorite rock band? Kirani.
I don't have, but I listen. I love to listen.
Okay. All right, so this is just an example of different types of music and whether we like it or not, okay? So here, let's complete the story.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Doctor,
Yes.
the composer. What do you mean by composer?
Composer is someone like Beethoven, like Mozart, Bach. You know, someone who writes music. Composer. Someone who writes the music is called a composer. So a composer is like an author or like a writer, but for music, not for novels or stories. No, for music. اللي هو بالعربي شنو هو الكومبوزر؟ What's composer in Arabic?
يعني كاتب الأغنية.
الكاتب أو إحنا مرات يقول ملحن، لكن هو الكومبوزر تمشي مع كاتب أكتر، اللي هو مؤلف المقطع كامل، يعني مؤلفة كلها من عنده. Okay. So this is the meaning. Yes, you're welcome. This is the meaning of composer. مؤلف الموسيقي. مؤلف موسيقي is composer. All right. Now, it says here, fill in the gaps with one of the past time phrases from number 2A. Okay. So now we have 5 sentences, and we're going to complete them using information. Okay, there's no listening. So we're going to complete this using information from the box. Do you remember the box that we finished here in number 2? The time phrases, the one we did.
Don't say yes.
Don't say yes?
Yes.
Yeah, she said yes. Okay, so now you're going to complete this story using the words from the box. Of course, we're going to guess. We don't really know, so it's just a guess. But after that, we're going to check our information. We're going to go to هنمشي page 158 وهنتأكد من معلوماتنا. So now we're just guessing, okay? We just want to guess. So let's start with number 1. Okay, so Kilani, would you like to try with number 1 about Mozart? Are you there, Kilani? Can you hear us?
No, yes.
Okay.
Would you like to read?
Yeah, the question number 1, I'd like you to guess number 1, and I want you to use one of the phrases from the box to complete number 1.
Okay. Just guess.
Yeah, guesses. We're only guessing.
Mozart wrote his first symphony in 1946 when he was only 8.
Okay. Who agrees with Kilani? He said 1946.
I agree.
Rashid agrees. Any other answers?
Maybe
I think
in the 80s.
I think about
8 years ago.
80 years ago, Najat?
No,
I mean,
in the 80s.
in the
about
80s.
مش في التسعينات مش أكثر من
Do you know what it means? 80s. 80s راه ثمانينات معناها. الثمانينات بتاع القرن هذا 1980 1981 82 83 لحد 89. This is the meaning of 80s. ثمانينات الثمانينيات زي ما يقولوا فيها في التلفزيون. Okay? This is the 80s.
I think about 250 years ago.
Okay, Salma thinks it's 250 years ago. We have very different answers.
in 16th century.
In the 16th century? Okay.
About 18 years ago.
About 80 years ago. 80 years ago. About 80 years ago. Okay. خلينا ندير رقم 1 قدام كل الاحتمالات هادو. احنا قلت مجرد ندير في guessing ما نعرفوش لكن let's write them. So في منكم قال 8 years ago. Kilani said 1946. Rashid also agrees. Salma said about 250 years ago. شو تاني كانت في احتمالات؟ Najat, what did you say?
16th century.
In the 16th century. Okay. So we have many options. All right, number 2. Rashid, can you read number 2 and guess? Adolf. Rickenbacker. It's just a name.
Rickenbacker and 80
engineer
and
George
Grow.
It's a name. George Beauchamp.
A musician from Hawaii made the first
electric
guitar.
Okay, so a musician, yeah,
in the 80s.
In the 80s. All right, so here we have a story of an engineer, Adolf Rickenbacker, and a musician, George Beauchamp. They made the first electric guitar in the 80s. This is what Rashid thinks. Who agrees with Rashid? Who thinks it's in the 80s? What do you think, Kilani?
About years.
80 years ago?
In the 80s.
Yeah, about 80 years ago.
In the 80s كيلاني معناها في الثمانينات 1981 82 من ال 81 لحد ال 89. This is the meaning in the 80s. لما يقول لك in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 90s معناها العقد اللي ما بين بداية العقد لنهاية العقد من 70 ل 79. Decade بالضبط اللي هو العقد. Okay? So this is what it means when you say 80s, 90s, 70s. So you start at the beginning of the decade to the end of the decade, okay? All right, any other answers? Selma said about 80 years ago. So let's put number 2 here. Any other guesses? The first electric guitar?
About 250.
250 years ago? About 250 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
As me.
Okay, okay. This is what Hannah thinks. Okay, Hannah, can you read number 3? The one about the Beatles.
The Beatles' first concert in the USA was at the Washington
Coliseum.
Texas and نقول in the 16th century.
In the 16th century. Okay, who agrees with
Beatles في ال 80s, I think.
Beatles in the 80s? That's right, in the 80s.
Okay.
Any other answers? Salma, what do you think? Kilani, what do you think? The Beatles. أول حفلة للبيتلز في أمريكا. The first concert in the USA. When was this?
Maybe
in February.
1964.
Maybe in 1964, maybe. Okay. All right. Selma, can you read number 4?
I think about 250.
250 years ago, the Beatles. 250 years ago. Okay. Okay.
250.
This is what
The
Kilani
first,
thinks. Okay, you can read,
in this
Selma.
century.
We're going to check. We are only guessing, Najat. So maybe. Okay. Selma, yes, you can read. You can read. Number 4.
The first performance of an opera was in Florence, Italy. I think.
When was it?
In 16th century.
In the 16th century. Okay. Do you agree with Selma, or do you have other guesses?
I agree.
Okay, Rashid agrees.
Yes, I agree.
Hannah too. Najat, Kilani, do you think that's right? The first opera in the 16th century?
In 1946 or in February 1964.
Okay, so let's write your answer here. Now, the last one, number 5. Najat, can you read number 5 about Elvis Presley?
Elvis Presley mother Gladys bought him his first guitar. It cost I think in the 80s.
Okay, in the 80s. Do you agree?
It cost yes.
Okay, who agrees with Najat? Elvis Presley's first guitar.
What's she is answer?
She said 80 years ago. Sorry, she said in the 80s. If it's Maninat, in the 80s. Do you think that's correct? Do you think maybe older?
I think in 1946.
1946, Salma thinks. Okay. All right, do you want to check our answers? Who would like to check the answers?
Okay.
What do you think of your answers? Do you think you have good answers or not very good?
Not very good.
I mean the guesses. Not very good.
All wrong.
All of them are wrong. Okay, let's check. 158. We want to go to page 158. Unsure.
Because we don't care about the history of music.
Okay, yes, maybe. Because you don't care about the history of music. Okay, here we are. All right, here's the information from the Zoom. Can you see it here in the middle? Box. Can you see it in the red box?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did Mozart write his first symphony? When? When was this?
About 250 years ago.
250.
Yeah, which year?
1764.
Is this long ago or not long ago?
Long ago.
Long ago. يعني قصة قديمة من 1700. So it's a very long. It's very long ago. Yeah. Okay. Now the story of the electric guitar. So Rickenbacker and Beauchamp made the first electric guitar about 80 years ago. So this was in 1931. The first electric guitar in 1931. Okay. What about the Beatles?
مفيش إلا الأوبرا صح.
مفيش إلا الأوبرا صح. That's correct. Yes. في منكم اللي قال البيتلز في ال 16th century. من اللي قال البيتلز في القرن 16؟ I think was it Najat or was it Kilani maybe? Okay, so the Beatles' first concert in the USA was in February.
USA.
Yeah, هو حط
حتى هذه درناها صح.
في اللي داروا في منكم جاوبها صح.
هذه قلنا في السنشري.
في جماعة داروها في القرن الثاني مرة واحدة. Okay, so 1964. 1964. Okay, number 4 الأوبرا كانت صح إجابتنا. The first performance of an opera was in the 16th century. In the 16th century. Okay, and Elvis Presley, he got his first guitar in 1946. This is when he got his first guitar. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so this is just some music history. Musical
My
history.
answer is correct.
Sorry? Salma?
My answer is correct.
Your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's correct. Your answers are correct. Most of your answers are correct, Salma. You're right. Okay, so we can go back and do the next exercise. Let's go back. All right. Now it says here, so we finished this one. Work in pairs. I think there's another one. نشوفه في exercise تاني. Let's check it. Before we do number 4, let's check number 3 first. Maybe we can do it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is like conversation, I think. Page 56. هم قالوا لنا امشي 110. 59. Read the news. Work with the partner to you here. Okay, I just want to check the question. يعني ممكن في الأسئلة اللي هي تندار بالpairs ما يقدروش هذول ينديروها لأن نحتاج كتابين في نفس الوقت. But let me check very quickly. This is 7B. 7B. Okay. Okay, 7B, yes. All right, so here we have some past, I think this is like a conversation maybe. So here we have some questions. It says, ask your partner the last time he or she did these things. Ask follow-up questions if possible. All right, so do you see these activities? We have 6 activities. Cook a meal, go to the theater, stay up very late, play tennis. We have go to the theater, now stay up late, play tennis, watch a good film on television, and go out with friends, okay? So these are some of the activities. And we can use this question, when did you last, what does it mean when we ask this question? When did you last? What's the meaning?
آخر مرة.
Yes. أنت آخر مرة. When did you last? Yeah. Yes. So if I ask, for example, if I ask Najat, if I ask you, when did you last cook a meal? What does it mean when I say, when did you last cook a meal?
The last meal I should cook it.
Yeah, it means I'm asking you, when was it? When?
Yesterday.
Okay, very good. Yesterday. What did you cook, Najat?
Soup and chicken.
Soup and chicken. Okay. Was it good?
They eat it.
They ate it. Were they very, very, very hungry?
Yes.
Yes.
It's,
Maybe
accepted.
it was acceptable. It was
It's
acceptable.
not a professional at the cook, but I try the best.
Okay, you try your best, but you're not a very good cook. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this is the idea of the question. Okay. So we want to ask ourselves these questions, but maybe we can change theater because we don't really have theater. Maybe you can change it. Go to the beach because we have a beach, but we don't have a theater. I think so. Maybe theater بدلا beach وخلاص. And we can use these questions to ask each other. Okay. So let's say beach here. All right, so let's start. Hana, you can ask Rashid, okay? You can ask him some of these questions. Ask him 3 questions. تقدري تخلطي from these ideas, okay? And if you have other ideas, you can ask him if you want. وكل سؤال حيبدأ بالبداية اللي هي هذه.
When did you
بالضبط.
last play tennis?
About
When?
4 years ago.
Okay. تقدري تسألي أسئلة أكثر لو تبي هنا.
Did you
خلينا في التنس شوية يا هنا. تقدري تسألي أسئلة إضافية على التنس.
play tennis?
Okay. You asked him when did you last play tennis, and Rashid said about how long? أمتى آخر مرة راشد؟
4 years ago.
Okay. تقدري تسألي وين؟
نفس السؤال؟
لا.
السؤال الثاني.
تقدري نفسها هو تضيفي معلومات، تضيفي أسئلة. تقدري تسألي وين لعبت، مع مين لعبت، صح ولا؟ تقدري تسألي عن المكان اللي لعب فيه أو مع مين يلعب.
What did you play sport?
أنت بتسألي على الشخص اللي لعب معاه ولا بتسألي على المكان؟ What do you want to ask about? Okay, هنا طلعت. Can you hear us? هنا معنا؟ Rashid, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I think Hannah has a problem with her connection. Let's see. Maybe okay, Kilani, can you follow up with this question? تضيف هي سألت قلت له when did you last play tennis؟ فجاوبها. فأنت تزيد شوية أسئلة قصة أكثر على قصة التنس. أسئلة مع من يلعب، وين يلعب، المكان. أنا أعرف أسئلة أي تفاصيل ثانية.
I'm here.
Are you back? تسمع فينا هنا؟ Can you hear us? Okay. تقدر تكملي ولا قاعد مقطوع؟ Okay, Kilani, you can continue. You can ask him.
Who did you play with?
My brother and my son of my aunt.
What do you call the son of your aunt?
When did you?
Yeah, the son of your aunt is your cousin, صح ولا راشد?
Yes.
Yeah, your cousin. Very nice. Okay. سؤال ثاني زيد قصة شوية يا كيلان.
Where did you play?
In
Yes, where did you play, Rashid?
in Regatta.
All right, nice, very nice. Okay, you can continue. كناني تقدر تكمل باقي الأسئلة.
هو
لا قصدي حتى تسعى مواضيع ثانية. When did you last؟ تو خلاص هذه صعب موضوع التنس تقدر تقصصه أكثر يعني. Hannah, are you back? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Can you ask the other questions? طب كل سؤال بتزيديه حتى follow up questions. عرفتي؟ كل سؤال زيدي بعض الأسئلة الثانية.
Okay.
طب بالنسبة للتنس خلاص كملهم كيلاني، لكن أنت تقدري مثلا مواضيع ثانية تقدري تسألي more details.
Okay. Okay. When did you last watch a good film on TV?
Last weekend.
Good.
What did you like film?
شو تبي تسألين؟
شنو الفيلم اللي تحبه؟ الفيلم اللي تحبه؟
ما احنا تو كنا بنسأله بالباست ما عادش نقدر نسأله أسئلة عامة.
صح.
لازم على الحدث نفسه. الفيلم هذا اللي يتفرج عليه بتجي تسأليه على الفيلم نفسه. مثلا تسأليه هل عجبك؟ شن كان نوعه؟ مع من شفته؟ قديش طوله؟ صح ولا؟ Okay, so you can ask him those questions.
Who did you watch with? Who did you watch TV with?
My brother.
Good. سؤال صح كان.
Did your films nice?
كيف الناس بتقولي was it nice؟ ولا تقدري تسأليه
Did
بطريقتين.
you enjoy it?
بالضبط في طريقتين. تقدري لو تسأليه هل هو عجبه بدid. Did you like it? Did you like it?
Did you like it?
أيوة ولا did you enjoy it يمشي الحال. لكن تقدري تسألي حتى على الفيلم في حد ذاته بالwas where لو تتذكري خذينا حتى was where. فبالواز تقدري تقولي was it good؟ was it good؟ يعني بتسأليه yes no question ثاني. الزول صح يا هلا. بدبي.
ولا نقول when ولا نقول what did last film? What happened? What did happen last film? In the film?
Yes, you can ask him what happened in the film, or ممكن في طريقة أسهل what was it about? What was it about? على شنو كان الفيلم? What was it about? Yeah. اوكي اختاري. تقدر ديما في الحاجات هي امشي مع اللي اسهل واحد عندك. ممكن did you like it اعتقد اسهلهم. Did you like it?
When did you go out with friends?
When did you last?
When did you last go out with friends?
Before the 2020 come.
Before 2020.
Where did you last go?
We go to cafe. We went to cafe.
Okay.
هنا طبعا في السؤال ما فيش داعي تقولي where did you last go حتى من غير last يعني إن نعرف الحدث هو احنا اللي كنا نسأل عليه آخر مرة. فتقدر تقولي مجرد where did you go فهو قال لك we went to a cafe. Alright, very nice, Hannah and Rashid. Okay, let's see Selma and Najat. Okay, so Selma can ask the questions and Najat can answer. Okay, فكل سؤال يا سلمى حتبدي السؤال الأول بقول when did you last وبتسمي حاجات يعني تسمي أحداث، لكن كل سؤال فيه follow up question. معناها هي لما بتجاوبك أنت بتسألي مازال تفاصيل أكثر، تسأليها تفاصيل أكثر. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you can start, Selma.
When did you last go to the beach?
Najat? When did you last go to the beach?
About
19 years ago?
40 years ago.
40 years ago?
4 years. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Okay, I thought you said 40 years ago.
No, 4 years.
Okay, 4 years ago.
Who did you go with?
Good. Who did you go with?
Not here in Libya, in Tunisia.
She didn't say where, she said who. Who did you go with?
Oh, with my family, my husband and my kiddos.
With my family, very nice, okay. تو تقدر تسألها سؤال تاني جواباتك عليه من غير قصدي، كيف تسألي يا سلمى؟
Okay. When did you stay up very late?
لا لحظة، قاعدين خلينا في البيتش. هي قالت لك in Tunisia، فشو المفروض يكون سؤالك يا سلمى؟ تسألي على مكان ولا؟
Yeah. Where did you
صح؟
Where did you
go to the beach? Where did you go to the beach? معناها أما شاطئ مشيت ولا where did you go to the beach? Can you ask it, Salma?
Where did you go to the beach?
We went
Very good. We went to Tunisia. We went to Tunisia. Nice. Okay. Okay, Salma. You can ask تقدر تسألي أسئلة تانية. خلاص البيتش عصرنا الموضوع.
I don't hear anything.
Your connection is not very good. I think you don't have a good connection. You have a problem with your connection, I think. Can you hear us, Tawa, Najat? She can't hear us. All right, Selma, maybe you can ask. Hannah, can you hear us? Are you there,
yes.
Hannah? Okay, Selma. Okay, رجعتي نجاة.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so Selma, you can ask other questions. So سألنا على البيتش. You can ask about other things. سلمى أسألها على حاجة تانية.
Okay. When did you last stay up very late?
Okay, طلعت نجاة فصلت. Okay, you can answer this, Hannah. السؤال كان سألتها سلمى قالت when did you last stay up very late?
Stay up very late. Last year.
Last year, okay. Selma, you can ask more.
Last day.
Yesterday, last night معناها. بتقولي last night.
Yeah. What did you do last night?
كويس. Very good question. What
What
did
did you
you
do?
read a book.
I read a book. بنغيروها للpast ولا بنقولوا I
I
read.
was read a book.
لكن شنو الpast بتاع read؟
I read a book.
أيوة. Very good. I read a book. Nice.
wrote.
I read.
I read a book.
Oh, good.
Did you like it?
Did you like it, Hannah? Did you like the book?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Very nice.
Yes.
ممتاز.
Yes, I did.
Good, good, good. كويس. Okay, سلمى أسألها سؤال ثاني حاجة ثانية.
Okay. When did you last go out with your friends?
Where I went to beach.
I went to the beach. To the beach. ديما البيتش يديروا لها في ذا مع I went to the beach.
I went to the beach.
Good.
Okay.
لكن هنا هو عفوا السؤال هي قلت لك when did you last go out with friends ما قلت لكش where هي قلت لك when.
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 Last month.
Last month. أيوة.
I went to the I went the beach last month.
Okay. I went to the beach last month. كويس. هو حتى لو ما كملتيش عادي لأن هي حتسألك follow up question. أكيد حتقول لك where بعدها. تقول لك where did you go مثلا. فأنت بعدين تقولي لها أنا مشيت للشط. لكن أوكي كويس. أسألها سؤال ثاني على الطلعة هذه يا سلمى. You can ask her another question.
نقدر نعاد الأسئلة الأولى.
Okay, you can ask another question. تقدر تفوتي الموضوع هذا أسألي سؤال أخير في موضوع ثاني.
Okay. When did you last watch a good film on TV?
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Selma, you can ask more questions about the film. تقدري تسأليها مع من تفرجت هل عجبها الفيلم؟
Who did you watch with?
With my family.
Did you like it?
Yes, I liked it.
Yes, I did. Okay, very good, very good.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. All right, so these are just examples of some of the questions we can ask. Najat, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's give you a chance. Who would you like to ask?
I was
أنت كنت تجاوبي بس لكن ما سألتيش. Would you like to ask someone? Would you like to ask someone? Would you like to ask someone these questions? Can you hear me? الصوت واضح?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Would you like to ask someone?
You choose. You choose.
Okay, so you can ask.
You pick someone.
مني مدواج. Okay, سلمى سألت لكن ما جاوبتش. Okay, you can ask Selma.
Okay, I can ask. Salma, when did you last stay up very late?
Last month maybe. Yeah.
last night. With who did you stay up?
With my sister.
What did you do?
I play with my phone.
You play?
Played with her phone, she said.
Would your sister play with your phone?
Yeah, she played.
Okay.
Okay, Najat, we couldn't hear you. Can you repeat it? Okay, your connection is not very good, Najat. Can you repeat your question, please?
مش كل كلام
Okay, حتى احنا ما نسمعوش فيك نفس الشيء. Okay, choose another question. Another question, Najat.
I didn't ask.
Okay, we can't hear you. صوت مش واضح يقطع. Okay.
Another question.
Okay. Can you repeat your question?
When did you
Okay, so I can't hear you, Najat, sorry. Your connection is not very good. Can you repeat it one last time? فنجربه مرة أخيرة كندا نفوتوا السؤال. Try again, please. Can you repeat your question? Rashid, Salma, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Najat, can you repeat your question one last time, please?
When did last time cook a meal?
When did you last?
When did you last cook a meal?
اسمعناكش يا نجاة.
When? Okay, no.
يا تو واضح هو لكن انت قلتها بسرعة ما اسمعناكش. When did you last
cook a meal?
Cook a meal.
Before yesterday.
What did you cook?
I cook eggs.
I cooked eggs.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have another question, Najat, about the eggs?
When did you cook an egg?
She told you before yesterday, قلت لك.
Oh yes. With who did you eat?
With my family.
Did they like it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
just speaking.
Just eggs.
Yeah, they're just eggs, but maybe they weren't good.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. So they are just eggs.
Nice.
Yes, Najat? What did you say?
The collection.
Sorry? خط ضعيف هلبة عندك يا نجاة. can't hear you.
Just loud. Nothing.
Okay, okay. Okay.
The question is toxic.
Toxic? Why toxic?
Yeah.
Toxic is a big word.
Question is toxic.
Ah, it's not. It's a friendly question. I think it's a friendly question. Okay, so let's go back to our questions. Here, number 4. We have some.
Because when you say I laugh, I don't mean it.
I didn't say anything. أنا ما قلت شيء. هو أنت الخط كان يقطع أصلاً ما سمعناكش حتى زي ما قلتي. We didn't hear you, Najat. All right, Rashid, can you hear us? معنا Rashid.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Rashid and Selma, we're going to do. We want to match. We want to match these questions. Najat, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, رغم سمعنا شيء منك رغم بكري كان يقطع الخط. سمعت قلتي حاجة توكسيك وخلاص. Okay, باهي أحسن.
Forget.
Yeah. All right. So number 4, we have a matching question. So it says here, match the question words to the things they ask about. Okay. فيعتبر الexercise هذا نوع من التمرين على استخدام ال question words. كيف نستعملوا أنواع الأسئلة المختلفة. Okay. So who? What do we use it for? Who?
A person.
For a person.
Okay. What about where?
Place.
Okay.
Oh, place.
What about when?
Time.
A time.
Yes. What about why?
Reason.
A reason.
Good.
Because.
What about whose?
Possessive.
Yes. Possessive. All right.
What's the meaning of possessive?
Possessive, it means something that is yours. So for example, your phone belongs to you. This is your phone. So I will say that's Rashid's phone. And that's Rashid's car. It means the car of Rashid or the phone of Rashid. ملكية. عرفت فكرة؟ Possessive معناها ملكية. فلو بتسأل عن ملكية الشيء we can use the question whose. Whose معناها نسأل زي كنا بالليبي بنقول متاع مني هذا لمن التليفون. So in English it will be whose phone is this? Whose phone is this? فالإجابة هتكون it's Rashid's phone. زي كأنك تسأل عن مالك الشيء. لمن التليفون هذا؟ لراشد. You get the idea? Is it clear, Rashid? Okay. All right. So number 6, which? What do we use it for?
I think for small number.
You're right. That's correct. Think from a small number. What about what?
What? I think for money possible.
Many possible.
Yes. Correct. What about, okay, Najat, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hannah, can you hear us? معنا? Hannah شكلها مش معنا. Okay, number 8, how many? What do we use it for? How many?
A number.
How long?
A period of time. For example, for 2 years.
Yes. What about how old?
Age.
Correct. Yes. How old? We use it for age. Very good. So number 4 is like a revision. يعتبر زي مراجعة لأنواع الأسئلة question words. Age. Okay, so if you want to ask about age, we say how old. How old are you? How old is your car? How old is your son? How old is your phone? وهكذا. How old? All right. Okay, so let's move on. So we have some reading and listening and a little bit of grammar. It says, look at the quiz on page 57. So we have a quiz on page 57, and we want to fill in the gaps with the questions number 1 to 10 from 4A. Then choose the correct answers. Listen. Okay, so we have a quiz, and for the quiz, we are going to use the question words. Do you see the question words? Can you see them? These question words? Who, where, when, why, whose, which. We are going to use these question words in the quiz on page 57, okay? So let's go and try to do the quiz together. Let's work on the quiz together, and then we can listen to the answer from the CD track, and we can find out if our answers are correct or not, okay? So let's go and check the quiz. Page 57. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, now this is the quiz. So the question is, are you a musical genius? Who thinks he or she is a musical genius? من فيكم musical genius? Who knows a lot of information about music here? I think Salma ممكن أكتر واحدة أقرب واحدة. Maybe you know a lot of information about music. Anyways, so here we have to finish this quiz. We have to finish this quiz. We have to use the question words from exercise number 4. Okay, so we should use who, where, when, why, whose, which, what, how many, how long, how old. These are the options. هذا اللي حنستعمله. Okay, so let's start with number 1. Hannah, are you there? Can you hear us, Hannah? معنا؟ Okay, هنا ما تسمعش فينا شكلها. Okay, Najat, can you hear us? Are you there? Hello, Najat?
Yes.
All right. Okay, can you read number 1? What's the answer?
I can't hear you.
All right, good.
When did Madonna make her first? When?
Okay.
Did Madonna make her first record? In 70s, 90s, 9. I don't know.
What do you think? Just guess. 70s, 80s, or 90s? A, B, or C?
I don't know the exact answer.
We don't need an exact answer. We need a guess.
Madonna, I think in 70s.
Okay. You think in the 70s? All right, okay.
80s.
In the 80s? Which one do you want to choose? A or B?
In the 80s.
Okay. All right, number 2. Hannah, can you hear us? Are you there, Hannah?
I said this in the 80s.
What did you say, Najat?
About what?
You said in the 70s or the 80s?
In the 80s.
All right, okay,
Just
good.
a guess. I
Yeah.
don't know really.
It's a guess, it's a guess. Rashid, can you do the next one, number 2, Rashid? What's the question word?
Number 2.
Uh-huh.
Where?
Okay. And what do you think is the correct answer?
The USA.
From the USA, you think, okay. What about number 3, Selma?
Number 3. What did the sitting do before he become hard?
Okay. And what's the answer?
Maybe he was a writer.
Maybe he was a writer. Okay, let's put your answer. Okay, Najat, you can do. Hana, can you hear me? Hana موجودة مش موجودة. Are you there? Oops. All right, number 4. So مناخ نرجع الدار. Najat, can you do number 4?
Which instrument does Elton John play? I don't know.
Guess.
The piano, the guitar. I choose A.
Okay, the trumpet. Okay. Number 5.
A.
Okay. Number 5, Rashid.
The last word to picture شو معناه؟ What's mean?
What is it? The Beatles. This is the name of the. This is the name of the band, the Beatles.
The last word.
Together. Together. What does it mean, together?
Two people, maybe.
Together? Yeah, 2 people together or 3 people together. مش شرط 2، مرات أكثر. فرقة أكثر من نفرين في العادة, usually. So what's the question? What's number 5, Rashid? أنت لو تشوف الإجابات يعطيك فكرة على السؤال. Check the answers. What do the answers say? شنو يقولوا الإجابات؟
How long?
Very good.
مدة.
صح. How long معناها السؤال بيكون how long. صح ولا؟ لأن نبغى نعرف المدة. So how long were the Beatles together? For 5 years, for 10 years, or for 15 years? What do you think?
For 5 years.
Okay. طبعا Beatles هي اسم الفرقة. Okay. All right. Number 6. Selma.
Okay. When?
Okay, check the answers first.
Okay. How old?
All right.
How old was Colombian singer Shakira when
she released
when she released her first album,
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, how old was she? What do you think?
22.
Okay, number 7, Najat.
Um,
Are you there, Hannah? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, very nice.
Yes.
Can you do number 7?
Where was the first singer to have a #1 album and fell in the USA sometimes?
Okay, Najat, sorry, Hannah, can you check the answers first? What are the answers? The answers are, I mean, the options: Eminem, Jennifer Lopez, and David Bowie.
Jennifer.
Yeah. So these are names
Jennifer.
of names of people. فالسؤال هو أعطيك إجابات أسامي أشخاص. فشنو حيكون السؤال؟ What's the question word?
Who
Okay,
was?
correct, صح. That's the correct question word. Who? We want to know who. Okay, and what's your guess? شنو رايك? What do you think is the right answer?
Jennifer.
Okay, nice. All right, Najat, your turn. Number 8. Number 8, Najat. Are you there? Can you hear us, Najat? Okay, Najat cannot hear us. Okay, Rashid, you can do number 8.
How many people were in the Switch group?
Good. Very good.
How many people were in Sweden?
Okay. And very good. What do you think, Rashid? 3 people, 4 people, وإلا 5 people?
5 people.
Okay. Number 9, Salman.
Okay. Maybe who?
We used to استعملناها هو.
Whose?
Correct. We want.
Whose?
Yes.
Whose real name?
نبو ملكية الاسم صح ولا؟ Whose? Okay.
Whose real name is or was
فاروق وسارة.
Okay.
Is it A, B, or C? Is it George Michael, Bob Dylan, or Freddie Mercury?
I think Freddie Mercury.
All right. Okay. Hannah, would you like to do the last question? Number 10.
Didn't Elvis Presley make any records between 1958 and 1960? He got married. When did?
No.
Correct. This
No, we don't. We don't want when.
When?
No. الإجابات شنو هي؟ He got married, or he was in hospital, or he was in the army. So ما نبوش
What happened?
هم أعطيك زي أسباب. أعطيك أسباب في الإجابات. شو بيكون السؤال؟ in the options, in the answers, you have reasons. عندك أسباب في الإجابة صح ولا؟ So you need a question that asks about reason. يحتاج سؤال يسأل عن السبب. What is it?
What?
Not what?
السؤال what?
No.
Why didn't?
What didn't?
Why?
Why?
Yes. Why is correct. نبغى نعرف السبب صح ولا؟ لأن في الإجابة في الأوبشنز هنا if you check the options كلهم يعتبروا reasons. So if you have a reason, we have to use.
Okay.
We have to use why to ask about it. Right? فديما لما تلاقي سبب معناه السؤال بيكون why. All right. What's your guess? Hannah, what do you think? Why? Why didn't he make any records between 58 and 6? What's the reason? What do you think?
He was in the arm.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do the listening and let's check our
Number
answers.
C.
Okay, let's do the listening and let's check. هنشوف لو إجابات صحيحة أو لا. But first of all, let me check on the track. Track 7.7. All right, let's do this. Let's listen. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's check.
Recording 7.7.
Okay, let's increase the volume so you can hear it clearly.
Hey, do you want to do this quiz? It's called Are You a Musical Genius?
Yes, okay. Read me the questions.
Right. The first one. When did Madonna make her first record? Was it in the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s?
The 70s, I think. About 1979?
Correct! Number 2.
Okay, so number 1, what's the correct answer? Najat, what's the correct answer?
Correct question, but
it's in the 70s. Oops.
Where do you two come from?
That's easy. They're from Ireland.
Yes, that's right.
Where are they from?
Ireland.
They're from Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Question 3. What did Sting do before he became a singer? Was he a teacher, a writer, or an actor?
An actor?
No, sorry. He was a teacher. The next.
What's the answer? The correct answer?
he was the teacher.
Teacher.
The first one.
And the first one?
Yes.
70s.
They're wrong.
Okay. Let's listen to number 4.
Which of these instruments does Elton John play?
The piano.
Correct. Now.
Which instrument does Elton John play?
The piano.
Correct. All right, good.
Number 5. How long were the Beatles together? Was it for 5, 10, or 15 years?
Let me think. 15 years?
Piano.
No, only 10 years, from 1960 to 1970.
Okay, what's the correct answer? Number 5?
10 years.
For 10 years. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, let's check number 6.
Right, the next one. How old was Colombian singer Shakira when she released her first album, Magic? Was she 13, 17, or 22?
I've got no idea, but my guess is 13.
Yes, that's right. Well done.
How old was she?
13.
Yes, she was 13. Yes. All right, let's see number 7.
Number 7. Who was the first singer to have a #1 album and film in the USA at the same time? Was it Eminem, Jennifer Lopez, or David Bowie?
I don't know. David Bowie?
No, it was Jennifer Lopez in 2001.
Okay, correct. This is our first correct answer. I think Hannah did this. This is correct. Correct. So number 7 is correct. Number 8. Let's listen to number 8.
The film was called The Wedding Planner, and the album was J-Lo. Next one. How many people were in the Swedish group ABBA?
4. 2 women and 2 men.
Correct. Who's...
Okay. So how many people were in the group? 4.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Real name is, or was, Farouk Bulsara. Was it A, George Michael, B, Bob Dylan, or C, Freddie Mercury?
Well, I know it's not Bob Dylan. Was it George Michael?
No, it was Freddie Mercury.
Okay, so this is also correct, yeah? So this is Salma's answer, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
All right, nice.
Right, the last question. Why didn't Elvis Presley make any records between 1958 and 1960?
I know this. He was in the army.
Correct. So your final score is 6 out of 10. Sorry.
Why?
Well, I got 10 out of 10.
I don't believe you.
I did. Look.
Okay, so the last one is also correct. So how many did we get correct?
3.
3. So we got 3 out of 10. Actually, 2. 2. That 3. So we got 3 out of 10. Is this a good score? 3 from 10. Is it a good score or not a good score?
Yes.
Rashid, do you think it's a good score?
Yes. We don't know anything about this people.
Yes, you don't know anything about them. All right, so this was just a musical quiz. So we can go back to the question. Let's go back. All right, so now we want to write, or we want to complete the table. We have a little table here. It says, look at 2 questions from the quiz in the table. Which question is in the present and which is in the past? How do you know? All right. Can you see the 2 questions here in the table?
It's up here.
Yes.
Okay. Which one is the present? Which one is the past?
The first one past.
Why?
Because did. Exactly.
Right. And the second one?
It's in the present. Do that. Present.
Yes. So this means the only difference between past simple and present simple, and when we do a WH question, what's the only difference? The only difference is, what is it?
Color.
Yes.
First.
The auxiliary is different, right?
And the second, it's a fact question.
And the second, what is it, Najat?
Fact.
Fact. Both
Yes,
of them.
real.
Both of them are facts. Both questions are about facts. Because when you ask when did Madonna make her first question, this is a fact. She made her first record. She made her first record in 1979, so this is also a fact, right? So the only real difference in grammar between present simple and past simple is the auxiliary verb. because the infinitive is the same. زوز فيهم infinitive. And there's no difference. It's the same. Infinitive في the past, infinitive في the present simple. مفيش فرق. But the real difference is the auxiliary, okay? All right, now they want us to write question number 3 and question number 4. Are they in the present or the past? For number 3 and 4, let's check. So this
in
is
the past.
Let's check them. This is number 3. It says, what did Sting do before he became a singer? And
he was a teacher.
He was a teacher. What about number 4? What's the question? Which instrument does Elton John play?
Present.
So number 4 is present, yeah? And number 3 is past. So let's write this. So the first question is, what did Sting do before he became a singer?
This question means this person is dead now.
No. It means he's not a teacher anymore. You get the idea? It means the action of teaching is finished. Now he's only a singer. You get the idea? So when we say, what did he do before he became a singer? So he's still a singer now, but he's not a teacher anymore. This is the meaning, okay? And the second question is, which instruments does, and I want to ask, why did we use does here and why did we use did in the first question? Why? What's the reason? What do you think?
Because it's possession.
Possession? ملكية? No. When do we use present simple, Najat?
One of the uses daily routine.
Okay, correct. Daily routine. And, this is one of the uses.
And the fact, what's your job? And
okay, correct. You're right. But here, when we say, which instrument does Elton John play? What do you understand from the question?
No answer.
Okay, any answer? Rashid or Salma, maybe Hana. علشان استعملنا does, which instrument does Elton John play? وفي سؤالي قبله, what did Sting do before he became a singer? علشان he does and he did. Why?
Because الورك صح؟
معلش, can you say it again, please? صوتك يقطع بس. Can you repeat your answer? Rashid, what do you think? Hana, صوتك كان يقطع. I couldn't hear you.
She answered his work.
His work, but which one his work? مازال ما نسمعش فيك يا هنا. I couldn't hear you, sorry. Can you say it again, please? Selma, what do you think?
أظني هنا جاوبتها صح.
أنا ما سمعتهاش إجابتها. أنا عاودوها لي لو سمحت. شنو هي إجابتها كان؟
His
قالت
job
لنا
is
ما زال قاعد يلعب على الجيم.
Correct. صح هي هذه. Correct. أنا ما سمعتكش. صح. He still قاعد يعزف قاعد يلعب على البيانو. He still plays today. ونفس الشيء مربوط بإجابة نجاة الأولى لما قالت لي facts. فيعتبر fact هذا. أنا قاعد يعزف الرجل. You get the idea. So that's why we use does, because the action is still real or it's still correct today. All right? قاعدة ماشية ما تغير شيء. But Sting, he's not a teacher anymore. It's finished. The action of teaching انتهى دورك المدرس.
if I know he already died.
Then you have to say did. Did.
Okay.
Which instrument did Elton John play? مثلا زي Elvis Presley تو مات فبنقوله which instrument did Elvis Presley play? He played the guitar. All right?
Yes.
Okay, so in our next lesson, inshallah, on Sunday, we'll talk more about this and we'll do more examples and more exercises. So we'll practice how to use question words. فالتركيز هذا كله كان في الدرس هذا about question forms, how to use who, whose, when, which, what, okay? So we'll talk about this on Sunday. So have a good weekend and I'll see you next time, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you next time. Bye.
صهيب.
Yes. نعم.
تعرف ابلكيشن ثاني زي دونجلو؟
أعتقد في واحد اسمه بابل but I think بالفلوس في وحدات تانيات بالفلوس. اللي نعرف أن الوحيد المجاني دولينجو. الثانيات أعتقد لكن نبحث لك ونقول لك okay? I'll take a look and I'll tell you.
تمام.
بس اللي نعرفه أن أغلبهم ثانيات مش مجانيات يعني لازم تدفع. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye, Rashid.